गजवदना गणनाथ नाथ
गजवदना गणनाथ नाथ
गजवदना गणनाथ नाथ
गजवदना गणनाथ नाथ
गौरी शिवतनया गुणालय
गौरी शिवतनया गुणालय
गौरी शिवतनया गुणालय
गौरी शिवतनया गुणालय
गजवदना गणनाथ नाथ
गजवदना गणनाथ नाथ
गजवदना गणनाथ नाथ
गजवदना गणनाथ नाथ
विद्यादायक बुद्धिप्रदायक
विद्यादायक बुद्धिप्रदायक
विद्यादायक बुद्धिप्रदायक
विद्यादायक बुद्धिप्रदायक
सिद्धिविनायक शुभदायक
सिद्धिविनायक हे शुभदायक
सिद्धिविनायक हे शुभदायक
सिद्धिविनायक हे शुभदायक
गजवदना गणनाथ नाथ
गजवदना गणनाथ नाथ
गौरी शिवतनया गुणालय
गौरी शिवतनया गुणालय
गजवदना गणनाथ नाथ
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 केशवा माधवा
केशवा माधवा
केशवा माधवा
केशवा माधवा
जय देव मधुसूदना
ओ जय देवा मधुसूदना
जय देव मधुसूदना
जय देवा मधुसूदना
नेत्रकमलधर अतीव मनोहर
नेत्रकमलधर अतीव मनोहर
नेत्रकमलधर अतीव मनोहर
नेत्रकमलधर अतीव मनोहर
अंतर्यामी प्रभु परमेश्वर
अंतर्यामी प्रभु परमेश्वर
अंतर्यामी प्रभु परमेश्वर
अंतर्यामी प्रभु परमेश्वर
माया मानुष वेश लीलाधर
माया मानुष वेश लीलाधर
माया मानुष वेश लीलाधर
माया मानुष वेश लीलाधर
देवा मधुसूदना
जय देवा मधुसूदना
जय देवा मधुसूदना
ओ जय देवा मधुसूदना
केशवा माधवा
केशवा माधवा
केशवा माधवा
केशवा माधवा
जय देवा मधुसूदना
ओ जय देवा मधुसूदना
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 ॐ सच्चिदानंद रूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः Okay, so we're seeing a small portion from the 10th canto where Vedvyasji is looking at nature, and that nature is reminding him of so many different things about life. And I told this is the mark of saints, that and in modern times the most remarkable expression of this is in the great sage Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. There is nothing, if you go through his works and all, there is nothing which he could have seen and that thing not remind him of God or some aspect of Vedas or Shastras or something. Anything he sees, immediately his mind will, it means he will find that thing and make some example that reminds him something of spirituality. It's wonderful. And so Vedvyaji now is in the rainy season looking at all that is going on, and he is being reminded of different things. Now we have to see from number 20 in that verse number 20 in the 20th chapter, right? Chapter 20, verse 20. This has many chapters, not like Gita. Gita only has 18 chapters. So if anybody tell you they quoted from 19th chapter, then he quoted from somewhere else, not Gita. So see number 20 now. We started this already. We finished the previous verses where he talks about, where he's being reminded of so many different things. So number 20 says, Meghagamotsawa Hrishtaha Pratyanandan Chikhandinaha Griheshu Tapta Nirvinnaha Yathachuta Janagame. Okay, so when that rainy season comes, Meghagama means when those thick, rainy, dark clouds, when they come, well, before the rain starts even, what happens? Rarely you will see this if you have stayed in India, any place where there are peacocks. They start dancing. That rain has not come yet, but they start dancing. And noise like anything. And peacocks' noise don't make very nice noise. Peacocks and crows, they sound almost same. Terrible sound, those fellows. And you know why? Natural thing, because they eat snakes. So how you expect their voice? Birds that eat fruits, their voice become? See? And parrots eat pepper. See, even in nature there is some connection. Peacocks, they swallow up all the snakes that they find around. There's a little message there. Anyway, so he says, Meghagama means all these clouds have come. Utsava, Hrishta, Pratyanandan, Chikandinaha. Chikandinaha means peacocks. They now start dancing and greeting and all sorts of things like that. Congratulating, oh, the rain has come, all kind of things they start doing, dancing and all, right? Celebrating, Utsava. Utsava means celebration. They start celebrating. Hrishta, with great joy and all. And then Griheshu Tapta. And it means to say that in the dry season, they did not have much to eat and all of that sort of thing, all the birds and all, so they became thin and lean and all. And now, well, there are a number of things there. When the rain falls and it gets into all of the holes, for snake holes and all of the different creatures living in it, they come out. So in the dry season, when the snakes are able to stay down below there, they are able to, the peacocks, they become skinny. But when the rain floods them, snakes cannot breathe underwater, they'll have to come out sooner or later, Sooner or later they'll have to come out. And when they come out, these fellows. So he says in the same way, Griheshu tapta nirvinnaha yatha chuta janagame. Those people who in the homes, Griheshu means householders, staying in the homes, and all the problems of the home bog them down, and they also become troubled in mind and all that kind of thing, because there's so many cares of home, so many bogs down people. And then some great devotee of Bhagwan, Achyuta Jana, Yatha Achyuta Jana Agame, and the coming of, this is Sanskrit, very simple Sanskrit, you just have to look at the words now. Achyuta Jana Agame, in Sati Saptami, Saptami case, in the coming of Achyuta Jana. Achyuta Jana means those devotees of Bhagwan. It means to say when a devotee of the Lord comes to the house of a householder who is so bogged down by household life, this devotee of the Lord brings joy. I mean, some Sant Mahatma, Guru, Ityati, like that, comes to that house. He brings joy. Immediately they forget everything. They forget all, problems and sorrows, and they forget. In fact, they had questions, they forget the questions also. You see, anybody to go in front of Gurudev or Gurudev comes there, I heard of my own self, people telling Gurudev, I had so many questions, but now you came here, I forgot all those questions. Those who have met Gurudev will know that. So, they forget everything, they forget their own questions also, they forget all he cares of. Like that, great joy. When a great sadhu, bhakta, mahatma, somebody comes to the house, people forget everything. As long as they don't forget where the food is there, So they quickly start taking care of that sadhu, and then they forget all their cares and all, like that. But otherwise, all the cares of the household life, Bhagwan, again he'll talk about that just now. People get too attached to household life, they sacrifice Bhagwan also. Bhagwan becomes the first casualty. No time for Lord also. Leave it. So, and householder's life is meant actually as a stage for great evolution. In that householder's life, one can evolve faster than any of the others, it is so amazing. But people don't pay attention to the rules of that householder's life. Everything is swallowed up in too much of attention to two things. One is getting and storing and all that kind of thing, and the other is the relationship that develop from householder's life. In those relationships, those two things, and the two things are what pull away people from all spirituality. Because in that all getting and aggrandizing and hoarding and saving and this and building and all that kind of thing, Bhagwan totally forget. And there's a deep ignorance which takes over the mind there. That thing is not part of me. It is. I will only be happy with that when I get it. All so antithetical to Vedantic understanding. So because we got taken up with that first duty, and then the other one of all the relationship, and especially when that Munna comes in that house. When Munna is born, all rationality and logic and everything goes out the door. And the person's life now only is Munna. For some time, until Munna keeps him up whole night bawling and then next day it comes back again. But these two things in householder's life, so they become so bogged down. Only when some sadhu comes there, then. And we have all sorts of things. Guruji tells a nice story. Once he went to some house. So that daughter-in-law in that house was telling, Swamiji, when daughter-in-law, she married and came in that house. So now she has to do work for everybody, cook, feed, this, that, clean. Daughter-in-law's work. So, Swamiji, you are lucky, You took the easy path. This path of this householder, now I married and came here, is hell. It's a difficult path. Guruji said, yes. Well, when there's an easy path, why I will take difficult path? Then he tells, he went to some other house some other time. And that man now, young man, just got married and all. Guruji, I don't know how you can take that path, No family, no money, no property, no owning this, no nothing. That's a difficult part. We have it so easy here. We have everything. My father left me car, money, this, that, everything. Lavish life. That difficult part you have taken of renunciation and all. So I don't think I can be detached from anything here. It's so easy. I am natural to be detached from everything. Guru said, yeah, that easy thing, that no challenge is there. Why I will take that part for? I take the part where there is a challenge. Why to do something everybody already is doing that thing? do something, But in household life, you'll see this whole range of. So, the two cases, if you look at that, right? The first one is that person is bogged down by that family life. And so he's telling, you have taken the easy path. I am bogged down by this family life. And the second person is terribly attached to everything in that family life. So now which one is better? Both are just as. He is attached to things so strongly that he sees that other path as impossible. So one bogged down and one attached. That is catch-22. So, the visitor, did I sit here? Wait. If Shastri go, everything goes, So, the coming of some, there's a nice bhajan by Brahmananda, old Brahmananda. Aaj sakhi Satguru, Aaj sakhi Satguru ghar aaye. Aaj sakhi Satguru ghar aaye. Today the Satguru has come to my house. And he's so happy, he's singing. So that's a joy. So now when the peacock see the dark cloud has come, so that joy, this is the comparison. Huh? Then next one. Pitva papadapa padbhihi asan nanatmamurtayah prakshyamas tapasa shrantaha yatha kamanusevaya pitva apa padapaha padbhihi. This is how things are visualized in Sanskrit in the olden days. How the trees are called as padapaha. Padapaha means, or padapa. Padapa is a singular. Padapa means who drink from their feet. The trees are called as padapa. Pa means pibati. Pa, pibati. They drink from their feet. So they are called padapa. Pada is feet. Foot. They don't drink from their leaves, at all. They'll be called shakhapa. No, parnapa. Parnapa, they're called padapa. So he says these trees standing there, or in all the dry season, standing there as various nana atma murtayaha, like in various forms. People look at trees, and one tree looks like a big tough guy. And one tree looks like a double patle, like that, skinny fellow. And some trees, trees have personalities just like human beings, Some of them are short and stumpy. Some lambu and lamba, yeah, stumpy. Some skinny, some maga, like mota, all kind of thing, right? Like that. So, anatma murtayaha, the various forms they take there. The trees take on. And some trees have all same quality like human beings. Some trees are sattvic, some are rajasic, and some are tamasic. Here is a Lajwanti and a Lajaunia. Lajaunia in Bhojpuri. Lajaunia is Bhojpuri. And Lajwanti is Hindi. In Trinidad I call Pika. Pika must be some Creole or some what you call something. But when you touch them, they close up. Rajasic like anything. Even trees that do not move, they move. And Venus flytrap and all. When a fly comes in there, Rajasic trees. And see, Sattvic trees are worshipped in Hinduism. Tulasi, people, very Sattvic they are trees. Then Bilwa. So, Rajasic, Tamasic, and Tamasic starts with Tamasic tamarind. But a little bit of tamas is also required. So people make a little tamarind chutney and they put on the side. Like that. So trees also have sattva and tamas like people. So he says, Nana Atma Murtaya. They take various forms like people only. And they stand there. Then what happens? When the rain comes, Pitva Apa Padapaha Padbhihi, through their feet, having drunk that water now, when the rainy season comes, they drink this water and all of them become nice and well. See, here in Trinidad we don't know about it because the weather system is different. This is India. In the dry season, everything dries up so badly, and then when the rains come, they become so nice and green because there's a long dry season, only 3 months of rain and 9 months of dry. Everything looks so dreary. That was the first thing that struck me when I left Mumbai and went out in the outskirts. And everything looks so dreary. The plants look like desert plants in the dry season. But when the rains come, they all become so like that. How they become like that? They drink water through their feet and become like that. That's what he is visualizing. Then that is what now? Prakshamas, kshamas, tapasa, shanta means those people who are tapasvis, who do lot of tapas. They sit there and their bodies become emaciated like the trees in the dry season. Their bodies become emaciated. And after the tapas is over and all of that sort of thing, then you get the result of their tapas. Then that result make them get, because they do tapas, whatever tapas, and then they become big and strong and plump and whatever. Let me see what word is given there. Prakshamas tapasa shrantaha yatha kama anusevaya. Kama anusevaya means they enjoy the results of their fruit of their tapas, whatever tapas they were doing tapas for some result, and when they get that result and they enjoy, now they get nice and rounded. I don't know what word to use. What is given there? Fat is given there. Fat and joyous. Yeah, so like that, enjoying the result of their tapas. That is like what you see. Let me tell you the best place to see that. The best place to see that result is these politicians. They do tapas more than, they suffer day and night, they don't sleep. And they campaign from village to village, town to town. In that election time, they don't sleep. And then when they get the result of that tapas, they get into power. All the result, yeah. Their bank account becomes fat, their pocket becomes fat, they become fat because they're living a lavish life. See, exact like that only. That is what is meant. See, it has to be the type of tapas that is being spoken about here. It has to be the type of tapas that people are looking for material gains, isn't it? Otherwise, what fat? A tapas will always be skinny only. He's doing the tapas for some material gain. After getting that, so in the dry season, the trees become emaciated and dried up, but in the rainy season, they become nice and healthy. And here also the same sort of, so it reminds This rainy season reminds him now of these sort of things. Then next one, see. Saraswashanta rodhasu Nyushuranga pisarasaha Griheshvashanta krityeshu Gramya eva durashayaha. Sarassu ashantarodhasu Nyushu anga api sarasaha. Means all the lakes and ponds which are there, right? When the rainy season comes, all their banks and everything get disturbed like anything. Sarassu ashantarodhasu. The banks get, because water, and some of them break their banks and they flow everywhere. But he says there are some sarasaha, some cranes, they still stay there. They keep Nyushu, there at that place they keep staying, dwelling. Why? Because when the rains come, heavy amount of rain, and all these ponds and lakes and all break their banks, rivers break their banks, and all the birds and all they fly away. But some cranes, they still stay there. Why? Because now some fishes get pushed away with all of this flood and all, and sometimes they hit some shallow water and the fishes cannot swim now, or muddy water and they can't swim, so the cranes and them grab them like that. Just you see, Ved Vyaji also, like Tulsidaji actually, they notice so many little things, and how do they know all of this and all? If he's a sage, they walk through the villages and walk through all of the rural areas and all they see, because in a city where you will see, you can't see any of this, isn't it? In city, people only have a crane, people know it's a crane that they put up buildings and all. They don't know any crane and all. What is a crane? So they have witnessed all of these things and they describe it so very clearly, So these birds stay back just because of that. Though all the other birds and creatures and all, they are just gone away. All the ducks, they will not stay around. But anyway, he says, that reminds him of what now? Griheshu ashanta krityeshu gramya eva durashayaha. Durashaya means all their minds, griheshu means grihastha, in the house. Grihastha, and this is exactly what we talk about all the time, A grihastha, when he reaches 50, it is time to move on. But the grihastha stays there. And in spite of all the things happening there, his mind also becomes tormented, but he becomes so used to that thing. He stays there in spite of all the trouble. In spite of all the trouble that the rain brings to the banks of these ponds and rivers and all that, crane stays there like that. And so this grihastha stays. And really speaking, if at some point that mind doesn't become fed up of all that goes on in a household life, then something is wrong, Something is wrong. One is supposed to become fed up of what goes on in household life. That is why the Vedas tell you have to brahmacharya, grihastha, vanaprastha and sanya. At some point, something is supposed to happen. Nothing has happened. That is tamas only. All this trouble which is going on. All things that amounts in the end to zero. All the things that amount to zero actually. In the end. How much of trouble one after. And I'll show you. See, common thing here in Trinidad. I don't know about other places. Here in Trinidad, common thing. That everywhere I think. That boy or girl would want to marry this boy or girl. And that family will not like that. Sometimes they like, sometimes they don't like. Big trouble will come. They'll come to get advice from me also. You come to get advice from a Swami about marriage? About marriage or not? Then anyway, let me tell you what happens in the end. In the end, no matter what both sides say, they get married. Right? After they get, now this is all big family thing going on, right? They get married. After 20 years, not 20 years, what 20 years? 2 years. After 2 years, these two families, they come back together. You know why? Because Munna is born there now. When Munna is born there, right? These two families come back now, they can't do without Munna. So all that fighting, a big fight, before, that all comes to zero. I have seen too many times. My best friend also. Too many. After that, when Munna came, oh. So, all this, so many troubling things in family life. In the end, all of it comes to not. It didn't achieve anything. We say, no. Swamiji, this family went through that and now they learned. Who told learned? If that situation arises again, is back to say yes, square one. No learned. Forgotten maybe. Just forgotten only for the time being. When that situation, because at that time, the people did not use this situation. This is why I told in the beginning, householder's life is the best place to, that situation will not come to a sannyasi. At that moment, he is supposed to use that situation to rid himself of this attachment and rid himself of all of these things which arose there. Because first there will be attachment. There will be my own likes and dislikes. Stronger than my sons. My likes and my whims and fancies, likes and dislikes, stronger than my son. My son likes it, but I don't like. And that is his life. But no, I want to control his life. So many things he has to get rid of there, but he doesn't use the opportunity. He gets angry, no, I don't approve, you go and do what as you please. He doesn't approve this, and they get married, and then Munna comes, now he comes back there. He did not get rid of any of those things. When he had the opportunity also. So we say no, he learned from this situation. What learned? Nothing. So, that's why I said it amounts to naught. All that jhagara amounts to zero. So it's that type of, all the troubles of the household. One fellow, his last son got married. Finished now. So one sadhu was passing. Guru was passing that time. Guru told, now you know, the boy has gotten married, now your duty is over. Why don't you come in the ashram and stay? You can do seva there. He told, no, Guruji, not only now they got married, let me see them settle down at least, Make sure everything. After 1 year, the Guru passed. Okay, now they are settled. Yes, Guruji, they are settled. Now come to the ashram. He said, Guruji, I just got news that they're expecting their first baby. At least let that baby be born, and then I'll come. The Guru said, okay. After a year again he came. When he came there, Munna was there now. The Guru said, now Munna is born, you have seen Munna's face. Come to ashram. He said, Arey, Guruji, now only Munna is born. Munna needs some grandfather, to tell a little story, to give a little dular and all, because mother, father, they are busy working, this, that. Munna needs me now. Let Munna go up and start school or something a little while, then after a little while, Munna started. 4 or 5 years passed, Munna went to school. Again that Guru passed. His time is not getting more, his time is getting less. He tell this fellow. Then, now come. No, see, Guruji, at least I should wait till Munna gets married and he goes, Munna goes, get married and goes, then there will be nothing for me to do, then I'll come. Munna Munna got married. The Guru came back now with a stick now walking. Munna got married. This fellow, within 1 or 2 months of Munna getting married, this fellow died. So when the Guru came here already, died. But it so happened that he was reborn in that same house as a dog. So the Guru recognized this is the same Jiva. So he told, at least now you come. He said, no. When they all go, I am here to see this house. Who will see this house? Who will see this house? Anybody come, I bark, I get a job now. Then the story continues that he died as a dog and then he came as a snake in that same house, crawling around so that he could still get the chin off. You could still see those, Munna and all of them in that house. Lifetime passed. Never went. This story is given by Gurudev to show all the troubles of that household life. This fellow never leaves. And the Shastras tell you, suppose Vanaprastha Sannyasi, he never follows any of this thing. On and on. So when he sees those cranes remaining there in all that troubled waters, he remembers this, that the householder holds on to that house. And his sankalpa is so strong, he'll be born as a dog, as a snake, as anything around that house. Then Jalaughair nirabidyanta. Bhidyanta? Huh? My print, something wrong with it. Nirabedhyanta sevato varshati ishvare. Sevato setavo asetavo varshati ishvare. Pakhandinam sadvadaihi. What you have? Yeah, both are okay. Pashand, Pakand. Vedamarga kalau yatha. Jalaugaihi nirabhidyanta. Broken by the force of waters. Broken by the force of water. Jalaugaihi. Large amount of water broken. What broken? Setavaha. Setavaha means all the banks and bridges and dikes and all, what we used to call here the Mary. Mary is between the rice field, between this section of rice field and that section they used to have a bank. So when a lot of water come, all banks and dikes and everything, bridges. Setavaha, Setu is a bridge only. But say one word for all of that in Sanskrit, Setu. Rama Setu, that bridge across to Lanka, it is called. Even today, people still go to see that. So, Setavaha, like Guru in plural. When it says Varshati Ishware, when Indra pours down this rain in the rainy season and the rain comes down in a heavy amount and breaks all of these banks and demolishes, you don't know this section of the rice field from that section, you don't know? Oh yeah, what day I saw a nice video on social media. The fellow was walking on the street and the street is flooded. He doesn't know anything. He walked down to a manhole. He disappeared. Plunks. Like that. Gone. So he's walking and suddenly no man is there. So, like that. Now what it reminds him of? He says, Pakhandinam asadvadaihi vedamargaha kalau yathal. Kalau means the Kali Yuga. In this Kali Yuga, what will happen? All the atheists, Pakhandi means atheists. Pakhandi means those who revile the Vedas and all that. Pakhandi, Pashandi. Atheists who revile Vedas and all. Then, asadvadaihi, they asadvadaha. They say there is no such thing as God. Only thing which is there, which you see in front of you, which we say is asat. That is truth for them. Veda margaha kalau yatha. So what happened? They wipe out all the boundaries set down by Vedas. Like all the banks, banks mean boundaries. Set down by Vedas, well you can do this. This is what is called as naimittika karma. This is nishiddha karma. When you have to do this, you can't do this because this is prohibited karma. And you say in this Kali Yuga time, all such bounds and boundaries and banks and all such things are washed away by all of these atheists and all. There is no such thing as any boundaries and all. You see, you have to do your duties and all. What duty? Not duty, nothing. They wipe out everything. Means to say all the belief systems and all the religious practices and all things get see dharma, adharma. So there's a bridge between, or what you call a bank between, a dike between dharma and adharma. So in Kali Yuga, what happens? What is dharma? What is adharma? Yesterday, in Virginia, white supremacists came out on the street chanting white supremacist slogans. And for them, that is dharma. That's what it means. We are doing the right thing. Isn't it? Once you feel that you are doing the right thing, that is, you consider it to be dharma, righteous. People died also. Big violence was there. Charlottesville or something. See? So, in Kali Yuga, he says, this type of thing, and no, see, I told you, we are just in the morning time of Kali Yuga. If Kali Yuga is considered to be like one day from 6 in the morning till 6 in the evening, we have just woken up. Like 6:15. It is like 6:15 in the morning in Kali Yuga yet. Imagine. Kya hoga? One song is there, bhajan, people sing here in Trinidad also. Huh? Yeah. Yes. Very famous. Yeah. You see those bhajans and all. It talks in this Kali Yuga all. In fact, don't worry. Tulsidas has in Uttarakhand, when we get there, long section. It's horrifying. I have never yet taken that thing in yajna because it's frightful. But since in this class we are doing whole Ramayana, we'll have to do that. Terrible it is. In Kali Yuga. And see, it comes, Tulsidas also puts it in Uttarakhand because Satyug, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga. So he put that also in end. Like that. So in this Kali Yuga, so many things happen. But what Vedyaji is doing is, it is centered around, or the root of it is disrespect for the Vedas or atheism, disrespect for God, no belief in God and no holding the pramana and all of that. So the root of it is that thing. Then all the other things happen. Once that is there, everything else happen. Like all the things we are seeing. At the root of it then is the reviling of the Vedas or the relinquishing of the Vedas as pramana, guide for our life. Karya karya vyavastito. Bhagavan says, what to be done and what not to be done. The Vedas only is the guide. Tasmat Shastra Pramanam te. The Shastra is the Praman. Yeah, Shastra vidhim utsrija. He who throws out the Shastra and he does whatever. Na sukham na param gatim. That person will not have any joy in this world. This world will not have any joy. And no param gatim meaning he will not reach any higher state or any higher place. So he zeroes in on the casting out of the Shastras. Veda marga. Veda marga he puts. The marga laid down by the path laid down by the Vedas. And that is the idea. Then there is one more verse left in this section. Yeah. Vyamunchan vayubhir nunna bhutebhyo thamritam ghanaha yatha shisho vishpatayaha. You have vishpatayaha? That is supposed to be vitpatayaha actually. Vit. Kale kale dvijeritaha. This is very nice. All types of line with Vyasji has great wisdom. All types of various types of line. Vyamunchan vayu bhir nunna. Impelled by the wind, vayubhihi, by the winds, it will be plural. Bhutebhyaha atha amritam ghanaha. Ghanam is clouds. What they do? Vyamunchan, releasing their rain. Clouds releasing their rains impelled by the wind. Now see how long ago already they knew that the clouds release their rain when they are hit by the wind. Now they say that also, when the breeze goes up and hits the cloud, they condense and precipitate or whatever, condense and then they come down and all. But this is there in Bhagavats from a long time. So this wind goes up and hits the clouds and all, and then the rains, the clouds release there. But it is a little more poetic actually. It's very nice. Like that wind comes here. No, release your wind, rain. Release your rain. He gives him a little. Yeah. And now when the rains are released from the clouds, then yatha ashishaha vitpatayaha. Vitpataya means kings. Vitpatayaha. Vitpataya means Vitpatti. Vitpatti means the controller of all the wealth, the master of all the wealth. Who controls the wealth in the kingdom is the Vitpati, not Vitpatti, Vitpati. So Vitpati in plural, Vitpatayaha. Like that. Vit means wealth. Vittam te na vinodaya chittam. You have seen this already. Kale kale dvijeritaha. Now how, like the kings, charitable kings, when they are guided by the brahmanas who come to their palace every so often, the sadhus, saints, mahatmas who come to their palace every so often, and they impel these kings, or they encourage these kings, you should do such charitable work, and you should do, and those charitable kings, they do this. So just in the same way, the wind comes and gives a little to the cloud, and now you give your water like that. He sees things. This is the idea. So, impelled by some sadhu, Sant Mahatma who is passing through, and our Shastras are replete with stories like these, where Sant Mahatma, they pass through and they stop by the king, like that. So they encourage the king to become charitable and generous and do this project and give to the poor and do all such things. Because the sadhus and all, they are walking from village to village, town to town, so they see what is happening there. This is what is required there, this is what is required there. Kings and all, they don't go from town to town, village to village. They stay there in their palace with people fanning them on both sides. We have nice pictures in Hindi films. Not Hindi films, this, what do you call this? They make now Mahabharata and Ramayana series and all of these series. There, that time you see the king sitting there. In Vrindavan, Bake Bihari, if you go there, they close the temple for a certain amount of time for the day. They open in morning time and evening time. Midday they close. There's a intense heat and temperature and all. So they close up the doors and everything. So inside here, Baki Bihari will be sitting there on a throne. Then, there are these two big fans, pankha, like what you call, hand mechanical ones. And it's tied to a rope and passes through a hole in the wall and it goes outside. Now temple is closed up, only Bhagwan is inside there. But devotees think Bhagwan must be feeling warm, So they put these two big flap fans there, and from outside with that rope you pull. So you can't go to get darshan of Bhagwan, but you could fan him from outside, It used to be there when I was in India. I'm not so sure if it's there now, but now they must have electric fans and all. You and exit the door, close it, and switch on the fan. So give Bhagwan some, because it's so warm in those places, northern India. So you get that picture of kings also. Kings are treated like gods. He's God's representative, People are there, fanning. So they don't know what is going on in towns and villages outside. But the rishis come and they. The other thing which is there is the activities of kings, and this is something which is in Shastras, are guided by the rishis only. That's why King Dasharath Maharaj had Vasishta close. They're always guided by that. That's how it's supposed to be. Today's world, it has taken a turn for the worse. Turn for the worse means what? The politicians have become the gods. The politicians have become the gods. And quickly people want to running after politicians for this, that, the other thing. And see, that is a clear sign of Kali Yuga, where the politicians who are always into all sorts of corrupt things, they become the gods. Those people are rock stars. They have become the two gods, isn't it? Means those famous, and always involved in all sorts of, one recently announced, okay, now I am clean. Recently, all their life only on drugs, and now I am clean. And that who will believe also? But they become the gods and all, like that. But in the verse it's telling the Sadhu Santa, they come and guide kings also to do dharmic things. Okay, like the wind gives a little push to the cloud to do dharmic things. Send water for all the thirsting people, like that. All right. Announcements now. Thursday, Swamiji's Yajna starts at the ashram here. Please tell all your friends, relatives, neighbors, teachers, whoever, associates, everybody on your friends list. Send out the message. Let them